So if we look at some of the specifics for what a Sunday will look like, we ask that all volunteers show up 30 minutes prior to the service. This is so that we have a time to just gather together and share about what God has been doing in our life, and for us to be able to pray for the upcoming service, that God will be able to use us, and that we will be open to the Spirit in how we're going to be used that day. Everyone needs to come in and check in with their service lead to let us know that we're there, and then we'll all gather together when all of us or most of us are there for that time of prayer. This really is an important part of what we're doing, and we don't want people to feel like they can miss this. We want everybody there for this. We then we'll go through our prayer time, and we'll go out to the classrooms after that, and with our checklist, and be ready to accept kids and welcome families as they come up. We also have our 3-strike policy for discipline. Strike 1 is simply just a verbal warning. Beyond that, strike 2 is a timeout, but with that, we want you to call on the radio, let us know, and the service lead or myself will come up, and we will pull that child out with one other person there with us, and we'll talk to them and make sure that they understand what is happening, that they understand that it is sin, and that it is something that they need to repent of, and why that's important. And with that, we want to make sure that we communicate with parents if we do get to strike 2. We want to make sure parents know what's going on, so that they can be the discipler there, as we're not trying to take that role from them. If we feel at that time that the kid is ready to go back in and behave, we'll send them back into the class. If not, we'll remove them right then and have a parent paged. If we do send them back in and they still are struggling, that's when we'll go ahead and page the parent and have them come pick them up and explain what's happening. We want our classrooms to be structured. Structure is fun, and everything that we do has structure. All organized sports have structure, and people still have fun. So we don't want the structure to take away the fun, but we do want that structure there so that it's safe, and that the children understand what's happening as it's happening. We really want to get to know parents. We want you guys to get to know the parents. So as parents are coming in, we want you to introduce yourself if you don't know them, or if you do know them, we want you just checking in with them, seeing how they're doing, seeing if there's anything that they want you to know about their kids that particular morning. And in all the classes, we expect everyone to use appropriate touching, and we'll go over that more in a later video. Some of the specifics about the classrooms: we have our class split up into 5 different classrooms now. We have our nursery, which is 5 months to a year and walking. In the nursery, the kids really just need to be held. We want you to just hold those kids and just love those kids, interact with them wherever they are developmentally, and to understand that. And we really see our role in that is simply just sometimes holding those kids and praying over them, trying to calm them down and soothe them, so that their parents are free to be able to listen to the sermon, and so that we can get to know those kids as they go on to further classes, and that they're comfortable and familiar with us and who we are. We also have our toddler 1 and 2 classes. This is ages 1 through 3. These kids are just a lot of fun. They want to play. They want to get out there and really enjoy what they're doing. In this class, we have worship time and play time, and we want that to just be an enjoyable experience for the kids and the volunteers alike, in that, as well as with the parents. We have then our 5 to 7-year-old classroom. In this classroom, we do a story worship time, and then play time as well. This is when we start to really teach these kids, and after we teach them, we'll break them up into small groups and do a community group-like setting that will have you guys assisting and leading in that as well. Then we also have our 7 to 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds. It's a very similar class there as well in the structure that we have worship time, story time, and play time. With each one of these kids, each one of the classrooms, the ages are different, and we see different things going on developmentally. So if you would, please read over our classroom specifics in the volunteer manual, which kind of walk through step by step some of the developmental stages that you're going to see kids in these classrooms.